in their pocket, ready to unlock a world full of knowledge. That would be your phone. Why would we ban phones when everybody in this world uses it? Phones may cause distractions, misuse, etc., but they can also grant you access to easy information, learning apps and tools, and also digital literacy. Phones provides access to information. The advantages. According to National Education Association in 2022, phones provide instant access to educational research, tools, and learning apps and enhance classroom learning. This allows students to look up information easier, more effective, and right at their fingertips. Learning apps and tools. Learning apps on your phones like your calculator, Duolingo, or digital textbooks can easily be found in your phone. Phones can be used for productivity like note-taking, organizing schedules, and managing your homework schedule like a planner. And also digital literacy. In today's world, digital literacy is essential. Allowing phones in school teaches students how to be responsible for educational purposes, which is also a necessary skill for the workforce after high school. Emergency situations. Phones provide students and parents with a direct line of communication in case of emergencies. If there is a crisis, phones ensure that we have the ability to contact someone. Phones can help schools monitor safety by enabling students to report suspicious activity or bullying. Research from the Journal of School Safety in 2021 highlights that phones provide students and parents with a direct line of communication in case of emergencies. This ensures students can quickly contact their parents in case of emergency during a time of crisis or doubt. Additionally, phones can enable schools to monitor safety by allowing students to be on their phones. A school such as Parkland Douglas High School in Florida were not allowed to have their phones in school the day they had a school shooting in February of 2019. Preparing for the future. The future job market demands technology proficiency. Allowing phones in schools can bridge the gap between traditional learning and the digital skills needed for the workforce. Using phones in school provides students for how technology is in professional environments, where smartphones and other devices are needed. According to a report by the Brookings Institution in 2020, the future job market demands technology proficiency, and allowing phones in school can bridge the gap between traditional learning and digital skills necessary in the modern workplace. Additionally, using phones in school provides students with real-world applications of technology, preparing them for professional environments where smartphones and other devices commonplace. Teaching self-control. Allowing phones in school can encourage students to learn self-discipline and responsible phone usage. Schools can implement policies on phone use, teaching students the importance of moderation. Rather than banning phones outright, teachers can integrate their use into lessons, fostering a more structured and responsible approach to mobile technology. Phones should be allowed in schools because they enhance educational experiences, improve safety, and help prepare students for the future. Although they may cause distraction and misuse sometimes, they are good to have. In conclusion, allowing phones in school empowers students to embrace technology in a way that benefits education and their future career. Rather than restricting the phone use altogether, we should guide students to use phones more properly so they can have them when they need them after school.
All right, applause. Time? 5:10. Thank you.
Hey, Dr. Garth, you have a pencil?
No, I do not have a pencil.
Let me see.
How do you not have a writing pencil? It's
I
cool.
haven't had to use one all day.
That's preposterous.
That's why we get our phones.
I like that. I like what you did there. That was clever. All right, ready, Claire?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. My opponent claimed that having access to your cell phone during school can give you access to things like information, books online, educational apps, and note-taking. But I say that our computers that are given to us by the school can already do all that, plus they have safety precautions. So although you might not always like that you can't access things like games on the computer, it keeps us safe. Another claim that he made is that we would be able to have our cell phones in emergency situations. The office and Kathy have access to
do you want to
our parents' phone numbers all the time. So if you're in an emergency situation, you need to go home, they can always call your parents. Also, he claimed that if you have your cell phone on you,
Kathy.
if you're getting bullied, you can tell a trusted adult by using your cell phone, but I say that you can just tell a teacher. There's no need to tell someone online that you're getting bullied. You can always tell a trusted adult. Another claim that he made is that school in Florida had no phones on the day of their shooting. I say that sometimes phones could cause shootings because of cyberbullying that's happening. Cyberbullying could cause the shooter to have it out for someone, and then if there's no phones, there's less cyberbullying and therefore less school shootings. He also claimed that having cell phones can prepare you for your future. And I say that jobs don't always allow you to have your phones while you're working. Like, for instance, I want to be a nurse. I'm not always going to have access to my phone when I'm helping others. Having control over your phones in school can help you to learn how to stay off of it during your job. He also claimed that having the freedom of phones could also help you learn self-control. I say that students will get on their phone just as much if they have the freedom versus if they don't. Because our generation is addicted to phones and they don't care about moderation on cell phones.
Ready?
Yep.
Do you need to put your finger?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. This is clearance. Was there another slide?
No, there wasn't.
That was so funny.
What person do I get? This one?
The other one.
This one?
Present.
Not yet.
Well, no, I want to make sure it works. There you go.
Okay.
Now go back. You can go back. There you go. Now you're good to go. All right. Whenever you're ready.
Imagine a classroom where students are more focused on their cell phones than on the lesson being taught. Homework assignments are often forgotten about because a text message takes priority. Critical thinking is just replaced by mindless scrolling. I know that sometimes if I'm on my phone, I sometimes have to take a minute to readjust my thoughts. It can really mess with your brain. This is the reality of a world where cell phones are allowed in schools. The use of cell phones in schools should be prohibited due to their negative effects on students' attention, learning, and overall academic performance. Cell phones distract students and interfere with their ability to focus on schoolwork. Cell phones can contribute to academic dishonesty and cheating. Research shows that banning cell phones leads to improved student performance. How cell phones disrupt the learning environment. Studies have shown that cell phones cause significant distraction in the classroom. In a 2006 article, Cell Phones Don't Belong in School, published by American Academy of Pediatrics, it states, "A student with a cell phone is an uninterested student, one with a short attention span who cares more about his social life than education. Students who use phones during class tend to lose focus and have trouble retaining information from lessons." Also from the previous article, it says, "Cell phones are a major distraction for students and can significantly reduce their ability to concentrate in class because they're always distracted by their cell phone that's on their desk." An example of distractions, texting, social media, and gaming takes students' attention away from lessons. In today's world, many students find it difficult to put their phones down, leading to divided attention between schoolwork and personal entertainment. Cell phones can also lead to negative behavioral changes. They can lead to decreased social skills and increased isolation. Cell phones contribute to decreased face-to-face interaction. According to Patrick Welch's 2009 article, "Texting Away Your Education," published by USA Today, it says, according to the Nielsen Company, in the last quarter of 2008, teens were averaging at least 80 texts a day, a figure double what it was the year before. This just goes to show that students are spending more time on their phone and not as much time face-to-face interactions. This technology encourages students to stay isolated even in social environments like school, where all of your friends are here. They still want to be on their phones. Having your phone can also lead to cyberbullying and social pressures. The use of phones opens the door to cyberbullying. With constant access to social media, students can become victims and perpetrators of online harassment. This can lead to increased anxiety, depression, and bullying-related incidents at school. Cell phones contribute to academic decline. Cyberbullying, academic decline. Studies showing declining academic performance. This figure is from my article that I'm about to read. According to a 2024 article, "Scroll Less, Learn More: State Policy Solutions to Combat the Impact of Smartphones and Social Media on Education," published by Excellent Ed, it says, "The presence of cell phones in a classroom disrupts the learning process, as evidenced by declining test scores and increased reports of classroom distractions, with low-income students often most affected. Studies indicate that students who are allowed to use phones for educational purposes still show poor academic results due to their constant temptation to multitask. Cell phones also reduce time for studying and concentration. Constant interruptions from phones reduce students' ability to concentrate, leading to less time spent on homework or engaging with lesson content. This makes it harder for students to master concepts and impacts their long-term academic success." As you can see here, this is the United States. This is the students who get distracted by usually using digital devices, and these are the students that get distracted by other students who are using digital devices. So it's pretty right in the middle. Cell phones disrupt students' learning by causing distractions. Increased cell phone use leads to less face-to-face interactions, affecting social development. Cell phones contribute to negative behaviors like bullying through social media and text messaging. Constant phone interruptions negatively impact and focus in academic achievement. Also, schools should prioritize minimizing distractions to enhance learning. You can do this by limiting cell phone use, can reduce stress, anxiety, and negative social impacts. Encouraging face-to-face interaction improves communication skills and relationships that can help you better in the workforce when you're older. So let's make sure students are learning and not texting.
All right, round of applause. Cool.
5:49.
All right, Quinn, you ready?
Just now.
just rebuttal, right?
You got it, sir. Pretty sure we don't have enough. 20 minutes.
I'm almost positive.
I just feel like we could
You're not gonna have 20 minutes here.
stay a little late. That's okay.
No.
Ready?
I don't have to this
No, we're good. You're actually off the clock.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
My opponent said that phones are a distraction, but as I said, there are many benefits to using your phone for education, like Duolingo, calculator, or AI for a resource to help you. According to Digital Promise, in a study done in 2022, grades improved by 14% and test scores went up 6% when phones were allowed as a resource in school. So they are not a distraction.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Go to sleep.
Let's take a minute for the count for the closing statement. All right, Claire, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this thing.
My opponent once again claimed that cell phones give you access to things like educational apps and AI, but I say that students need to form their own thoughts and opinions when it comes to their schoolwork. If you're having a robot do your schoolwork, that's just another form of cheating. He also claimed that test scores went up when students had access to phone, and I say that's because they're cheating with their phones. I'm here to remind you that cell phones disrupt learning and cause distraction in the classroom. Cell phones contribute to negative behaviors like bullying and can cause increased cyberbullying. Constant phone interruptions negatively impact focus and academic achievement when you're in the classroom. Limiting cell phone can reduce stress, anxiety, and negative social impacts. Encouraging face-to-face interactions can improve your communication skills and relationships that will help you later in life.
Ready?
Yep.
Do it.
In conclusion, we need phones in school. They provide great resources needed in emergency situations, and they prepare you for your long future ahead. Phones are banned in 77% of phones, while 85% of schools in the U.S. have integrated some sort of phone ban, but not fully. So this ban needs to be lifted at Centralia High School.
Round of applause.